Oh, let me take this thing off. Duh. That's why it looks like that, Jamie. Oh. I think I'm broadcasting. Are you on? It's okay. To come here, right? Okay. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thank you. I think I got it. Okay. Bye. Okay, so I guess people are standing here. People are standing here.
You want this up or down?
I don't care. They don't have to look at themselves.
You can watch yourself.
It looks so crooked. Yeah. I don't know who's. It doesn't tell me if anybody's watching now.
Chest. Bench press. Chicken nuggets.
Super awkward. That's just something they're gonna have to get over.
Hi.
What's up,
I'm gonna need that outlet.
It's usually kind of cold walking to the library.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Oops, sorry.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
feel so
secret.
bad. I put names
On Friday?
in my binder.
My nigga.
Don't say the N word in this meeting, please.
Why you mad?
Say what I'm gonna say.
You gonna say it to me?
Yeah. Don't worry. I want to brush my record.
Where's Nancy at?
Yeah, watch it. Right.
Is anyone on?
It feels
You got Jamie.
Hi. I was wondering, are you on YouTube? Can you see it? Really? You're looking at me on the phone with you? Oh, okay.
What?
Uh-huh. Okay, I think it's like a 40-second delay.
1 second.
But yeah, okay, cool. I just want to know, can you hear as well? Okay, cool. Okay, great. Oh, okay, that's weird. Huh?
I already got the phone.
Yeah? Oh, I did hear it. That is so weird. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay. Yes? Is that the question that you have? Oh. Sorry, can't answer that right now. Y'all got anything better to talk about? Oh, I gotta. Who did she send that to? I need a DJ. I need somebody with.
That's cold blood. That's cold blood.
I'm using my computer.
I don't want to figure it out. Can somebody just get a computer? Is that possible? Is it possible, Ashley? SMH.
The Rick James skit, or the Prince skit.
Jeez, freaking Louise.
When he finishes the game, why is he behind the back document? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the first one. I'm talking about the game ending. That's like this, he was 1 hour back.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, he went like that. But I'm saying from. I'm like totally Jones. Ask you to reenact the whole thing.
You know it was like, right? Anyone else remember the trees? The Prince was right there. Unity thing, that's right. Like Chester J. That's shirts and blouses. Either way, Princess came in.
See, if you said it again, you don't say it.
Huh? It goes for everybody. I don't want to hear the N-word at any moment. Nah, so you listen for me.
You know what he said?
I know. I checked it already.
Somebody have a computer? Do you have a computer, Ashley?
Yes, but I don't have an adapter.
Where's the adapter? Ryan, do you have a computer? Can we hook yours up for Tony's video? Since mine is live streaming right now.
So you know I don't have trouble.
That's fine. It's in my email.
Oh! Oh, I see you got naked. I see you got naked.
It requires some type of, can you set me up to please?
I just came from work. I worked a double shift today. I should go to work right after
Hey, everybody. So, what's going on with you guys? Sorry. I'll give you
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I'm not gonna Google it. You're in advertising women's stuff.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I remember you In the middle of that, that's what I'm saying. How do you like, how do you do the process of back and lights are off? You just put your hand down, do the light comes back on. When you're in the middle of life, you better get up. It's so wrong. I couldn't live on campus, man. That's really how you're going to hear.
It's just cheap.
It's not cheap. That's cool.
Is that
Hi.
we're not liable for any voice in the Well, we feel that.
Oh, God, whose phone is this?
Hey, you ran over it?
Nah, bro.
Nigga, be careful. Fuck. I had a feeling.
Oh, I remember brother. Bro.
Or maybe it was the UCM Nesby one. I cannot find her video. Hey, no cussing.
He's the call. This is Rachel's. Wait, what?
Wait, somebody did it.
Yeah, that's why that's the reason why I don't want to have it. That's the reason why I can't deal with that little Benjamin Button stuff. iPhones don't do that sometimes. There's much more potential of that happening to iPhones. This is like science calculated that iPhones are sometimes constant. That's like so. It's occasional. Right. No.
What is this called? She did work.
What does that?
I died trying. Look good at that time.
I really.
Okay, can we get started now?
What does Josh do? It's just like,
What's up going on?
That old, my grandpa, Uncle Bill is smart. No, all I did have that. No, all I did, I put her in that little like, it's like a round, it's like hard as one. It's like a clown. I'm saying like generic fufu eating, calling for something remote. Right, no. It's different as far as when I do it. No, it's hard. You've never seen that. As long as you've never seen that. It's too good. It's all right. I was trying to move more. I wasn't called that point. It wasn't worth it.
He's not already.
Yes. Okay.
AJ text me, what up, Josh? I see you on the screen.
Oh,
That's a good 1080p right there. That's 1080p. 60 hertz, man. He doesn't realize that it's not my computer that's out of focus.
Stop. This is like awful.
Sorry for the delay in the process. We will start very soon.
Like this kind of it was an old person too. Old person. He's like Bart, I'm not that.
Oh, that's what you're
It's $40 plastic.
I'm pretty sure it's not much $40.
Probably cheap.
It's probably way cheaper. Maybe hit 10. I only bought this. I wouldn't say that. Oh, look at that. The reason why it does because the game itself costs like $200 manufactured.
No, I'm talking.
That's cool. Oh, that's good.
On here, you can really, it's easy to see on this screen.
Well, Microsoft, you're right. It plays so good.
Sony would be laughing.
So weird.
No, the Microsoft is the neighbors for Sony. Oh, no, that didn't happen. You can write those.
That's not the case for Xbox. That's not the case for Xbox. It's like Bill Gates.
AOL ever said?
Like, no one needs that.
No, I mean, no, before.
I'm so sorry.
I know there's someone in the last there's one
So everybody who's running for position has filled out the application online, right? If not, please do so now because you will not be giving a speech if you have not filled it out.
I'm guessing Brian on the actual form.
Drew?
Not that. Got to you, John?
No, you can vote.
Oh, you mean,
I mean, I paid.
yeah.
Yes, but when it came out on Pocket, we did not understand.
That's good.
You get all our classes. All our classes. You only got one more group of help. I know it starts. Where's Dave?
Say I click on
Yeah. Okay, you guys are gonna get started. Sorry, we're a little late. Okay, we're gonna get started. So thank you everybody for coming to our last, it's not even a general body meeting, but our last meeting together for the semester. Elections, May 1st. I know we've all been like really anticipating that day, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I'm really excited to hear all the candidates talk. And so how things are gonna work today, Ashley's gonna be our parliamentarian, and she's gonna go across all the rules and everything. And also we have, I don't know if you guys notice my computer up here, but we're streaming live on YouTube for our former presidents. Yeah, and our advisor, whoever's watching. So so I know for sure AJ is watching. That was president 3 years ago. So she may also be asking questions. We can't really hear her, but if you have a question, AJ, just like call or text me, and then we can ask the candidate. A little far back. Yeah, okay, so this is good. So make sure when you come up here you stand so she can see you. Okay, now I pass it on. Any questions? There shouldn't be, but I pass it on to Ashley, parliamentarian.
All right, so we are going to run this quick and efficiently to get you guys in and out. So the rules of the election goes that each candidate will have 5 minutes to talk. I'll cut you off by 5 minutes because you're not going over 5 minutes. Then we're opening for open debate where, should it be pretended, they will debate on different questions asked, or if they're running solo, we will still ask them questions. And that is about it. Yes, and so after all the candidates have given their speeches and have answered questions, you guys will fill out your ballots accordingly, pass them out to you. Is there anyone who is a paid member that did not get one? No? Okay, cool. So when you fill it out, there's a bubble in which person you want, and then at the end, Brian will go the seniors will, I pass out the scrolls to you guys, and then we'll also be watching the video, some of the video. Yeah, some of the video that we didn't get to watch at the banquets. Sounds good? All right, so to kick off this so fun party, we'll start with the senators. Would Chuck come up?
Big talk.
You start.
Okay, so the reason I would like to run for senator of Nesby chapter, because I believe that as senator, I can bring to the chapter not only a lot of new relationships with other clubs, but I can also bring a greater relationship with ACCM, the other national chapters and regional chapters, and bring us closer together, as well as being able to bring new information to the chapter, as well as bring competitions and helping our chapter move forward in the region, and bringing our region up by increasing the amount of competitions and the amount of different activities that we're engaged in, as well as bringing my main goal is to try and unite all chapters in the region, which is if I'm elected again, I would like to put a much greater effort into bringing all chapters in our region together, from our chapter down in SoCal to our chapters in the Rocky Mountains to our chapters up north. Bring it all closer by working with our programs director, our programs department, as well as our membership department, to bring our chapters together by making more events, more social gatherings, and bringing more schools to UC Merced. And as well as doing that, we create a name for our chapter, the name in the chapter and in the region, so that when we ask for things like chapter relief and other incentives as those, we have a greater chance of getting them. Why I believe you should vote for me is because as senator this entire school year, I brought more clubs to NSBE with the help of my other senator. I've brought more competitions. I have created relationships with other clubs and other senators that previously were there but are now much stronger and much more stabilized. And as we go on, the relationships that we created within HUCM are getting stronger, and as they move up in the schools board, we're moving up in the schools board as well, through the relationship we have with them. And I believe that if you get elected again, I can honestly bring this chapter to help this chapter grow even more than it did this year, because we had a really big growth year this year, and I want to continue that. And I would work with all of our e-board to make that possible, make that a very the most likely outcome. Thank you. Yeah, questions.
Now we'll open the floor to any questions you guys might have for Chuck.
Yes, some questions.
Yes.
Any questions, guys? Yeah, Nate.
So from your perspective, as a member, what would you say is some of the biggest issues we have in the chapter here? And what do you think you, as a senator in the position, what do you think you would want to fix that problem?
One of the biggest obstacle right now is the fact that our membership is not stabilized. It's not concrete. It's here one day and it's there the other. What I'm going to do as senator is I'm already actively going to the freshman dorm, staying in there while I wait for the bus, or staying in there at certain times of day, talking to the freshmen, letting them know about NSBE, letting them know there's actually a club out there to help them, because a lot of them, from what I've been hearing, one, believe that we're a closed club because of our name, and two, because they don't know. Some of them just don't have. They're freshmen. They don't have the drive to go out there and look for it. So we have to go to them. So that's what I believe I'm going to do. As I'm doing that, I'm going to double my efforts next semester, going into the freshman dorms, going to freshman events, and advertising NSBE as I am now, but on a much larger scale than this semester. Anybody? Yeah, Bryson.
So let me ask you, what's a major issue? I know it's not the first community you're around. So, what do you think would be the issue amongst freshmen, as far as when it comes to leadership?
Wait, you repeat that? Sorry.
So, what do you believe will be the issue between freshmen and their knowledge of NESB or NESB's impact?
As not to generalize too much, but as I've seen the trend growing, is that freshmen aren't involved. They don't want to be involved, or a majority of them want to be involved in clubs or in activity. They want to go out and just go crazy sometimes, and that's fine. But I want to let them know. What my plan is to let them know that if you're ever struggling, a lot of them are struggling, and they told me they don't have anywhere to go. So what I'm going to do is, as senator, is go talk to them, let them know there's actually a place in the school that will help you with personal and/or school educational-wise problems. And I guess that would be my solution to that, is to go physically go talk to them and let them know. And what I actually feel, as answer your question, how I feel about why the freshmen don't do it, is just they don't have the drive yet. They don't know what they're in yet. They still believe that college is just a party. They don't know what it is yet. And I don't want to wait until the first midterm for them to realize that this is not just somewhere to go have fun. I want them to realize from the start of the school year that's going to be serious. And seeing us, coming to our meetings the first week of school, you can see all of us struggling already with our classes. Some of them will not struggle. They're going to see how we're struggling. They're going to get serious. So bringing them to meetings, letting them see, or bringing them to studies and bringing them to meetings, let them see what it actually takes to keep going with soccer. Okay. And that would be my answer. Thank you. Jamie.
So what are you going to do next year that's different than what you did?
What I haven't been doing this year is I haven't been taking a completely active approach in talking to the freshmen, and just if I happen to see them, or if I happen to be in conversation with a freshman, or if I happen to see a group of freshmen and they're talking about something dealing with engineering, I'll go talk to them. What I'm going to do is now, like I said before, I'm going to make a kind of a timetable every week where I go and go through Happy and find all the events kids or freshmen that they would want to go to, and go there and represent NESB. And then, invite them to the club, let them know what the club is about, talk to them. So taking an active approach and bringing more freshmen to the club is what I'm going to be doing. Or bringing more undergraduates to the club, underclassmen to the club is what I'm going to do.
All right. Let's give it Next, we're going to the membership chair station.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Tasia, if you don't know. I'm running for membership chair because, okay, wait, let me slow down. Rewind. Earlier today I thought, honestly, I didn't know what I was going to come here and say. Didn't know where to start, and I just felt like I would speak about my own experiences and tie that into why I'm running for the position. I joined NESB because I honestly wanted to be around Black people who knew what they wanted to do. Like, we might not know exactly what we're going to do, but we know that right now it's time for us to pretty much focus on our academics, becoming professionals, and getting ready to go into the work field, and also just being involved in the community. I've not been around Black people a lot. Like, high school, a few of us, literally a few. So it was like I wanted the family atmosphere. So I feel like me running for membership chair, my goal is to just bring people in, decrease the gap between returning and incoming members, make them feel comfortable, and want to be engaged in the NESB family. Advertising all the time, just tabling posters around everywhere, just getting the NESB brand around campus, getting us involved in other things on campus, as well as putting on different things, so we do more than enough as a chapter, and I feel like that should be one of eBoard's goals for next year's. Yeah, thanks guys.
Now we will open the floor for any questions.
Yes. Sure.
So you said that you're going to when you took an active role bringing more people to the chapter. So if you have any, give any plans like right now, or give any ideas right now.
Besides like basic just tabling, going out and recruiting kids, like not really recruiting, but you know, letting them know what NESB is about. As far as like orientations, club fairs, event like Bobcat Days, things like that, just to get our name out there, just so people know that we exist. People know that you can come and be a part of this club. You know, you don't have to be black. You don't have to be an engineering major. And I feel like that is just something that I'm trying to get out to everyone on campus. Yes.
How are you going to use like metrics and or data centered around our membership to drive like your goals?
Okay, so based on the data that's going on, I just feel like I should focus on the freshmen, just because they're the ones that's going to be coming in here and staying in here. Based on the metrics of this chapter, basically with the meetings, I'm so sorry guys, I'm nervous, but the meetings, trying to get people here at the general board meetings all the time, not whenever they feel like coming, but just making that happen, and I feel like that'll just make us stronger as a chapter. Yes.
Okay, so I guess if you had to choose between increasing the number of members versus increasing the quality of members, which one would you choose?
Quality, because we don't want just anybody representing our name. We need the best of the best that's gonna always remember that they have NESB on their back. Like no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you're representing NESB. So we need people that are gonna represent NESB in the light that it needs to be represented, like professional Black engineering students or STEM students or whatever, just in that sense, yes. Yes.
So, through your experiences being a freshman and being within NESB, how do you feel that you represented NESB?
Okay.
And what would be your examples as to?
Okay. So, personally, I'm going to use when I went to the regional conference as an example for that question as far as representing NESB. We're in environments around others, students that are just like us at other schools. The only difference is the schools, so I feel like all of us that went, especially we kind of just stay together, professional attitudes all the time, just being in the correct mindset, not doing things that are not acceptable. So I feel like that was my experience here in NESB as a freshman. Perfect example for me.
You have time for one more question?
Yes.
Okay, so part of membership chair, you do a lot of tabling, so I'm going to put you on the spot for a second.
Okay.
If you're at the table right now, somebody comes up and says, tell me about this, what are you going to say?
Okay. Okay, first of all, I would tell you our name, and I would explain to you the mission, which is...
Oh, it's me. What's next?
Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Here in NESB, we focus on excelling academically, succeeding professionally, as well as getting involved in the community with everything that's going on. In our general body meetings, we pretty much focus on performing better, being better people, both in the professional field, as students, and just as people in general. So our public life, we want people to see us as a NESB member, so to speak as far as how we behave on a professional level, how we carry ourselves as students, how we carry ourselves in the community, giving back to the community, and just being a family. I feel like that's the main thing that we have, is that we are a family. So making that family stronger with quality work members.
on to Miss Arlicia, who is running for programs chair.
Hi, y'all. Oh, this is weird. Okay. So, hi, everyone. My name is Alicia Martin. Okay, so when I was thinking about coming up here, I was like, I'm going to be nervous. So I'm not going to make this too serious. I'm going to just tell you how it is. So with my position, my qualities are I have creative ideas. I'm social, as you can tell. I have great organizational skills, and I like to work and be a part of teams. And with NSBE's eBoard, like, we're pretty much a team. We're not even a team no more. We're a family. What have I done before? I've been the historian this past semester, well, school year, depends how you want to look at it. But I've been historian, and with my position that I had, I was still like being social, and I was like, you know what? I should improve my ranking. So I was like, I'm gonna become programs chair. And as programs chair, I plan to host events when there's upcoming holidays. Like for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna make up something fun, and we're gonna have more members. Like, that's what we need, more members. So, yeah. Yeah, so when you guys come to the next meeting next year, it's going to be more fun. And it's not just the fun aspect, you also want to learn, because before I came to NSB and I came to a meeting, I was like, whoa, I actually learned something. Like, I learned how to make the little robots with the water. Yeah, I never knew that was possible to do with sticks, but I learned something. And yeah. Hi, how you doing?
Okay. How good are you with creating and coordinating events?
Okay, so I think of myself as a very interesting individual. I might be kind of weird, but like my creativity is gonna like be amazing next year for this upcoming chapter. Yes, actually, like I said, I plan to work as a team with the other members. So it's not more of like directing. I don't want to be calling shots. Nobody likes anybody that's bossy. But I understand that desperate times calls for desperate measures. But I also plan to like be an encouragement into other people, not just force them to do things. And if they slack, then as programs chair, knowing it's my position, I plan to like help them. Hi.
How do you plan to either improve and or implement NSBE signature programs?
Improve. How do I improve?
And are you familiar with them?
Actually, I am not familiar with them quite yet, but I will be. So I'll have to answer that another time. Hi.
What are some of the new events that you plan on having?
Okay, so I plan on collaborating with other clubs, of course. So when we do things, I also want them to be a part of it. Like there was a few events where other clubs participated with us, but I want to like not even just choose particular clubs that are just STEM majors. I want to reach out to other people as well. So that way we can get more people to come to the event, and the more the word will spread about the event. Hi.
Well, you can establish that membership is definitely something that we can't ignore. But getting people to come is one thing, but what would you do to make that first impression a good one and makes them want to come back the next time?
Okay, well, I'm about to speak from experience. So when I came to NSB, it was like I came in totally unaware what NSB was. I only knew the title. And then when I first came, everybody was like smiling at me, and I'm like, they don't even know my name. And so it was just a family environment. Like I felt welcome. So that's what people want to know, that they're guaranteed next time they come back that they're welcome. So yeah.
Okay. No more questions?
Hi.
Hello. I can't remember if this one was asked. Have you ever hosted any events in the past? How successful? What did you learn?
Let's see. Well, I don't recall hosting any events, but I've helped collaborate on events. Like another club that I was in, American Women Making a Difference. Before I even joined, I was just with Nancy at her meeting. And then, like, as I was listening into the conversation about what they're planning to do with their upcoming event, I was like just shooting out ideas, and they liked them so much, to which I became a member of that club too. So I haven't had experience in hosting any events, but I know once I get the job, it'll happen.
All right, let's give her up.
Oh, you have yeah. So our mission is to increase, like, the number of culturally responsible Black leaders. Okay.
I didn't
that one more time.
We're on a time.
So I think it's really important that you understand that as programs, you're like the heart of our organization. So how are you going to, with your programming, ensure that we're focused on the premier thing, which is academic excellence and graduating, so we can move through the pipeline? So, like, how are you going to focus on our academics? How are you going to measure those items?
Okay, so I understand that it's not all about the social aspect. Yes, we need more numbers, but with academic-wise, that's why I said that I don't want to just host activities that it's just going to be fun. I want them to also have something to do with, like, academics, especially for those who aren't STEM majors like myself. So I don't want it to be fun. I just want it to be more interacting and also educational. So, yeah, education will be a big part of it.
All right, let's thank Alicia. Now we welcome Chechi, who is running for academic excellence chair.
Hello, my name is Ochechi, and I'm running for academic excellence chair. So pretty much I'm gonna start with a question, like, what does a recruiter actually look for when you actually, like, once you hand in your resume to them? Like, anyone? Well, yeah.
Probably your GPA.
Yeah, they're looking for your GPA. And pretty much, like, normally it's like a GPA of 3.0 or above. So I'm like, me and most of my friends is like, our GPA is going down, like, and then, like, for my other friends, it's like, our GPA is already, like, below 3.0, and, like, for us to actually, like, prove that we want that position, we have to actually have, like, an extracurricular activity to actually prove, like, oh, this is what I've been doing, and that's why my GPA is this. But most of the time, the recruiters don't actually, like, take your extracurricular activity that serious. So pretty much what's left for us is actually to work really hard to bring up our GPA. So pretty much that's what I'm here for, to also help you guys, help myself to actually bring up our GPA. Use the resources within our reach to actually bring up our GPA, so that when we go into that career fair, the recruiters don't actually have a question to actually say no. They actually, like, put us, like, a step forward and, like, oh, let's hear what you have to offer for the company. And with the resources I'm actually proposing, because I actually used it, and it really improved my GPA. Although, like, not, like, really going up, but at the rate of my GPA actually dropping, that's actually reduced. So I'm still like that, but instead of dropping really down, it drops, like, with, like, a 0.01%. So one of the resources actually that I use is, like, tension and stressful management. I had to lie for my bio one, and pretty much what we actually do every time we go into the exam hall is to write your stress, write out, like, what you're feeling right now. And by doing that, you actually feel like you're talking to someone, and that actually reduces your tension, that actually reduces your stress. Because pretty much if you go into an exam hall all stressed up and tense, you're going to bump that exam. And once you fail that exam, it reflects on your GPA, which is really not good. So with this, I'm planning to, like, bring to NSBE, like, a way and emerging on how to control your tension before and also after you take an exam. And the second resource is actually like, Young Guru actually mentioned this during convention, is to actually be able to use people as like a resource. Not really misuse them, but to actually use them fully. And like last semester, I actually used the mentee and the mentor retention, and it really helped improve my GPA, like my overall GPA at the end of the semester. And also I had Ava, and she actually like introduced me to friends, and she also helped me with some of my classes, like what I need to know for this professor and how to like tackle his problems in class and what the professor actually wants from you, like overall. So being able to have that resource and also being able to utilize that resource, you'll be able to actually like improve your GPA. And by improving your GPA, that's year, like first of year to like summer internship or job. So that's what I'm here for, to actually help me and also help you guys to work on improving our GPA and also to work on increasing like the amount of successful engineers that are graduating from this chapter. So yeah.
Questions?
I have a question. So, in my time here, we don't need a. All right. Yes, well, it's actually like kind of advice and a question at the same time, both together. But I'll just say, in my time here, I've seen academic advice or academic excellence. We run into an issue of trying to do like stuff for people. And I was just reading the announcement email, and that's one of the 15 tips that they gave for, I believe, academic success, is not to have a hero complex and do stuff for people. So I understand definitely you have unique responsibilities in terms of encouraging people to be an example. But what are some concrete ways in which you plan to empower your chapter to succeed themselves academically?
For themselves? So one of the stuff that I've actually been doing, like utilizing most of the time, is office hours. Like the mentorship actually like encouraged me to use the office hours, which I never did. Freshman, sophomore, I never went for office hours. So being able to enforce the importance of going to office hours, meeting with your peers, and like also like enforcing that, like, you know, the great deal and the great change you actually make on your academics. Yeah, that will be able to like push them, like, you know, give them a nudge. Oh, I should try this out. And once they try it out, they will see the result. It's there, like it's there once they go for it.
All right. So how would you, if someone's not in the habit of going to office hours, how can you like help nudge them in that direction?
Okay, one of the things I do use is like, first, my personal experience. And second is like, I'll try to give them like, because pretty much people react to a negative like advice on listen. I'll tell them, oh, if you don't go to this, this is what's gonna like, this is how it's gonna reflect on your GPA. Like, if you didn't go for Mark 32 office hours, and you don't get like the unbiased estimator stuff, it's still gonna reflect because it's gonna be there in the exam, it's gonna be there in the finals, and like being able to like give them, oh, this subject is really hard and you should actually use this extra like resource to actually boost them. They'll be like, oh, since she said it's gonna be really hard, let's go for it. So pretty much, I don't know for everybody, but I do work for me. Like if you give me like a negative nudge about something, it actually pushes me to work that hard. And I always use it to like encourage my friends and also like my younger peers to actually go forward for something. So it's not really actually like telling them like all the good stuff about it. You can also like give them a nudge, you know, if you didn't do this, this is the bad effect of it, so you should go for it for this. And it's really, on top of the negative stuff, we also give them like a really good, like positive, like attributes of the resource. Yeah.
How would you take your experience in Nesby and your experience in Nesby so far applied to what you do in this?
Okay. My experience so far, it has been really wonderful. I gotta say that. So I went to convention, and like the experience with the career fair, like the huge career fair, and also like the workshops you gotta go to, is really like informative, and it's like it actually changes the way you think about some stuff. So like with that experience, I'll be like able to go out to someone and be like, in Nesby you can do this. You can actually, Nesby, they brought you really close to the recruiters, and you can like be like, oh, I get to go to Chevron and like, talk to them face to face. It gives you that like one-to-one experience with the recruiters if you're looking for like internship or job. And also being a part of family with other resources, like you have different people around you. So being like really close and like really like in family time actually like makes you feel comfortable. Actually makes you feel like I'm appreciated here. Someone actually knows me. So being in that family like environment or atmosphere is really good for students like me actually. So yeah, like being in Nesby actually made me feel like I'm part of something, not really alone by myself. So with that experience, I can actually like go out and be like, oh, in Nesby, you're part of a family. And they always have your back. Yeah.
One of the biggest issues this year was not having enough academic excellence programs. Are there any programs that you have in mind on executing in this year?
Well, at the spot right now, no, but maybe like I've been like thinking about, like using our Facebook page as a means to like relieve your stress before exam. Like being able to like, oh God, I'm feeling all stressed out. This midterm is really like stressing me out, but like I don't know what to do. But like with the Facebook, you feel like you're talking to someone and you feel like really close. Yeah, that would be a really good way to like relieve your tension before the exam. So I'm actually thinking about it, but I don't know. I don't have any other of my head program to actually implement. But I'll look into it.
Do you have time for one more question?
Like, how do you plan on reducing the number of members in getting research experience? Because before I came to Nesby, I didn't really even know what research was. Like, I had an idea, but I didn't know how to get in. And really, through being a member of this club, I was able to gain a research opportunity. But so, would you have like more workshops or talk to like the head of the programs for the research to like try to inform students about the opportunities that are?
Yeah, that's the same with me because like being in Nesby actually like I got to learn about the undergraduate research. So yeah, like for me to improve that number, I actually plan on like getting in touch with the head of the programs to come talk to us because pretty much like for our students, for my kind of students that don't actually go out, I don't know if that. But like being in a club, like that person coming to talk to me and like explaining what the programs are and how you can get it, actually like gives you that top edge and like, oh, I should go for this. So pretty much like getting the head people to actually come talk to us during meetings or maybe like online. Yeah, that would be a really great way to actually increase like the number of people that is actually participating on research here. Yeah.
Jane, you have the last question. So we actually do have academic excellence programs. I just feel like they weren't really utilized this year, such as like the retention program with the mentors and mentees, the booster cards, and we only did study days. So I was wondering, how are you going to build upon those past strategies, or do you even want to continue?
For mentor and mentee, it actually helped me, so I'm gonna actually like stand on it and like boost it up. Actually getting people to actually participate on it and like give me a feedback on whether like they actually learned something or maybe. Yeah, I actually want a feedback because with the feedback I can actually like improve on what is good and what just read out the messages stuff. But the boost card and the other one, I've not actually study groups, yeah. I've not actually been participating with that, so I really don't know what they're about. The study groups, yeah, I know what they are, but the boost cards, I'm really not familiar with that. But once I get to know it and I feel like it's really effective and efficient, yeah, I'm gonna boost it up.
Next on the list would be Nancy, who's rerunning again for secretary.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good public speaker. But hi, I'm Nancy Griffith, and I'm running for the secretary position. I was secretary this year, and I really liked it. It really made me grow up, and it was a good opportunity. And I have things I want to change from what I did previously. I want to make my emails more enthusiastic, because Jamie keeps on texting me. She's like, Nancy, you need to be more like enthusiastic, get people excited. So yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, so as of right now, you are the current secretary, and this year you're making really good notes, and you also were the queen of communication when it came to email. But there are more forms of communication that SB does use, and that are currently kind of inactive. The Facebook is the second most used, but we also have Twitter and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So do you plan on this coming year utilizing like social media, like outside of emails, like advertising?
Yes, I would like to use social media. I know like there was a website or something. Or yeah, I do plan on utilizing that stuff more. Yeah.
How do you, what else do you intend to do, or I guess have you thought about increasing like our exposure of the chapter on campus, outside of campus? You know, how do you really realize the communication to increase our brand?
Probably by making putting flyers more places to promote events. Yeah.
What ways will you make, I guess, the emails more efficient?
By using more like highlighting when I want something to really be looked at, and also making the emails more concise so that people don't get these long paragraphs and they're like, I don't even want to read that. And yeah, bold information.
I was going to ask, how will you better communicate to other clubs and organizations about things that are going on? I know you do a really great job of communicating things within our club, but next, like, how will you work on expanding that to
I haven't really thought about that, but I guess I could like work along with the senators to reach out to more clubs.
Any more questions? No? Okay.
Questions?
Quiet down, please. Thank you. So Tony was unable to be here due to class, but she sent everything.
Whoa!
Hello, my name is Tony Scott, and I'm a third year studying applied mathematics, and I'm running for treasurer. I believe I'm best fit for this position because I can incorporate many of my qualities, such as my communication skills, which are vital to taking on the leadership position. Communication is key, and I will make myself available at all times and commit to the chapter so we can have a successful year. As far as leadership, this was my first time running for a position, but in general, I usually see myself as a leader, especially when it comes to working in groups. I take initiative to be the leader and make sure everything is organized and smooth. If it's not, then it's a reflection back on myself and the group. Vice versa, I know anything I do reflects back on the club. Secondly, I'm extremely trustworthy, which is also a good quality to have since the treasurer has his budget money. My goal is to raise more money for our club going forward and for the future so that everyone could go to nationals. During my time in NSBE, I observed the importance of treasurer, and I would like to carry the position out to the fullest. I'm prepared to take on any obstacles that come with the position. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
I have a question.
All right. All right, so we only have 2 more positions left before we commence voting. So, excuse me. Moving on. Up next will be the vice, the admin done. So we'll welcome up Marcus, who is running for vice president.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Marcus Walker. You gotta be here.
Stand back, Mark.
Hello everyone, my name is Marcus Walker. I'm currently a second year CSE major. I'm running for vice president. Currently, right now, I am one of the 2 senators along with Chuck over here. And the reason why I'm running for VP is, well, as senator, I had to really get involved with the school, such as ACUCM, ICC, other clubs, just really get interactive. And through that process, I really figured I actually really enjoy doing that, but I want to kind of take it to the next level where I can, when I see what Ashley does, kind of just gets involved with every other since job of the e-board. I really want to get involved with that, see it where everyone's at, how they're doing, if I can help in any way, and just really just take that skills and help that with the president. So just anything that anyone needs help with, I can help them with. I really like to help people in that sense. Really, that's about it. Any questions?
So as vice, you're responsible for managing the chapter board. How do you, and also, you know, obviously like implementing the vision. So how do you plan to do that to implement these things that are on track?
Well, in order to do that, I want to make sure everyone's on the same page with seeing as we have one vision, I want to make sure everyone's feeling that vision. Because if we all have different ideas on what the vision should be, then really, what are we getting at? When I instead of progressing one direction, we're scattered all over the place. So I want to make sure everyone's on the same page, and we can just go from there.
How do you plan to, so in the event that, you know, members aren't performing, what system would you put in place for, I guess, accountability? What is accountability?
So in case the member isn't, such as a member isn't really partaking in their role, first of all, I would see where they're at, maybe get one-on-one, say, well, why aren't you particularly doing this? Why are you doing that? And based upon their reply, I would kind of work with them with that, give them flexibility. But there is a certain point where they need to take control as well, because I can only do so much, but I will do everything in my power to help them.
So as VP, sometimes you'll be called into the past super present and she's not around. She is not around, so you might have to be like on the phone. You might have to give a presentation or run a meeting or something of that sort. How comfortable do you feel with responsibility?
I'm actually pretty comfortable with that. Whenever someone asks me to do something, I would just do it like that. I really don't have a problem taking over for someone if they cannot make it for whatever reason. So, case to say the president was gonna give this big speech and just have them like, oh, I'm ill or something. Can you please do this for me? I would, of course, I wouldn't be freaking out about it. I'd kind of collect myself, just say, okay, well, what was this about? What do I need to do to make this as great as an event as this was going to be?
So, like we said earlier, VP basically makes sure that the president's vision happens. And so I know you weren't VP this year, but how did you personally, like in your position, ensure that you did your part to carry out the vision of the president?
Well, so first what I did was senator, so I wanted to actually make sure I was doing my job correctly, first of all. And after I made sure I was doing my part, I would see what your vision as president was, to make sure I was moving accordingly with that. Because it's great that I'm doing my job and all, but if my job isn't filled with the overall vision, then what really am I doing?
So what did you do to carry out the vision?
Well, so again, I would collaborate with other clubs such as SHIP, SWE, all of them. Go to AHCC and MICC meetings. Really take note of what every club was doing, how they could work for us, and if we could advance with them in the future. And so that's really what I focused on this academic year.
I have a question. So, what are the most important things that you plan to do in order to prepare for becoming the vice president of UCM?
So, admittingly, I haven't really thought much into this, but first thing what I would do, make sure I would see all the work that Ashley has done this past year. Just if I had any questions, go to her for advice. Just say, well, I look at what she has done and how I could improve on that, make my own systems, see what worked, what could have been improved on, go from there. Such as, well, let's say she was collaborating with everyone on the e-board, but say maybe one was not neglected, but one wasn't as looked over as another. I would say improve that and just really just take those small steps like that.
All right.
Any more questions?
So next we're open for the Senator, who is also running for vice president.
Okay, well, hello everyone, I'm Senam, and I'm also running as the Vice President of the National Society of Black Engineers, and some of the qualities that I have that will help me develop into a good leader is that I'm a good listener, I'm approachable, and I am very self-disciplined. And these are some of the qualities that you need to be that you need in order to be a good leader. Any task that the president delegates for me, I will do it to the best of my ability, whether it means going to a Vanguard meeting, whether it means like representing NSBE through workshops. I'm your it girl, I'll do it for you. If I ever catch any of the members slipping, I'll take their position, I'll talk to them. Anything that I can in order to keep this chapter going, because I know I'm the backbone of the club as the VP, so if you need any help, I'm it. So.
What accountability system would you put in place for the officers that you're responsible for?
Kind of similar to Marcus. Like I would talk to them one-on-one. I would see what the issue is. Sometimes, personally, when I ever got overwhelmed with academic excellence, I would want to take maybe a week, just a week break. So I would talk to the individual like that and just see what the issue is. But, anything else?
So, I'll do my second question. So, as VP, sometimes you have to act as a proxy. How comfortable are you with giving surprise presentations, running surprise meetings, and things like that?
I'm okay with it. The only issue, I would have to talk to the president about it. I would need it maybe at least 2 hours in advance. That's all I ask. In order to, yeah, come on now. I need at least 2 hours. At least 2 hours. If I want to deliver, like, let's say, a presentation or whatever it may be well enough, unless it's a meeting, then I can, yeah, that's all I ask.
So I wanted to know what excites you about this position, like what do you can't wait?
I would say what really excites me is that I get to do the behind the scenes work, I guess. I kind of like that. I know that I feel like by doing this position, I get to carry out the vision that the president has. And I don't know, just being in the back and like watching the show, like, you know, people during plays, like the people who are working behind the scenes, they see their creation come to life. I just like being in the back, just enjoying the thing. I think that's fine. That's the analogy I have. Yes.
What inspires you? Like what keeps you here?
Like-minded people. I think that's one thing I loved about this place. What really drew me into NSBE was the family. The family bonding. I remember the first meeting I went to, all the E-board members, they just clicked so well with one another. And I don't know, just seeing that bond just drew me into it. And the fact that they're also engineers too, they're hardworking, they take their grades seriously, and they're also like professional. I mean, they'll speak at workshops, they conduct research. I mean, I was in awe. So that's why. Anything else?
Shut up.
This will be the final question for Senator.
I guess, what do you think was the biggest issue this year, and how will you work to remedy?
I would say, can I just one or what? I would say the lack of membership. I would say that was the biggest issue. Because I mean, granted, I'm really happy that we got at least three dedicated freshmen. But granted, I want at least 10 next year, let's just say. And I feel like building, and the reason why I think it was so vital this year is because so many people are going to be leaving next semester. Well, they're going to be leaving this semester, but I feel like really building that membership would have been nice. I think that was the biggest issue.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you. So now thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Don't do it. All right. We're moving on to the president position. This will be the last position that we will have tonight. So it would be Marcus.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, man, where you at?
Yes.
What's up, man?
Let's go. So, hello everyone. Again, I'm Marcus Walker. This time running for president. So, a couple reasons why I want to run as your next year's president. Well, for one, even though I am just a sophomore, when I first joined SB, what really attracted me was the family aspect. So, when you come here, it's not just people are just really friendly. They actually want you to succeed, which is really big for me because no one really like believed in me. So coming here has actually just really made a really big change for me. I feel like I grew a lot as a leader, and I feel like I can definitely spark that change into people as that's been sparking to me. I really want to so whenever I see someone that I know could do really great things, I want to bring it out of them. Just say, hey, I was once like you, I can relate to you. So I know what you're going through. I know you can be this, so why aren't you this? And so really, that's really it.
So, sorry, no, we'll bring up Senam and then Will, it'll be a group question.
Do I sit down?
Yes, please,
I'm going to.
Hello everyone again. I'm Senam Tamaklo, and I'm here to pursue the position as the next president of the National Society of Black Engineers. And I believe that I have the knowledge to succeed academically and professionally, and I know that I have the capability to guide the members to do the same, if not better. I'm a good listener, I'm approachable, and I'm self-disciplined. And these are just a few of the qualities that you need to develop into a good leader. I understand that some of you may be fearful that our chapter could be in jeopardy in the next academic year due to the decrease in membership, but I also know that during times of great challenges come great rewards. The graduating class of 2014 will leave a great mark here in UC Merced, but now it's time for the continuing students to continue the legacy this NSBE chapter holds in UC Merced. And that's not just by recycling the old ideas from previous years, but by pioneering ideas that align with the NSBE mission. So, and that is to increase the number of Black engineers who shall academically succeed professionally and positively impact the community. And for my vision for the next year, I plan on creating brand new academic excellence programs and hosting professional development events, not solely workshops. So, needless to say, this will not be easy, but I can assure you that next year we're going to work really hard to carry the mission and the legacy. So thank you.
So now we'll open this up for a debate, how this is going to work. When a question is asked, you'll You'll start, and then the next question, Marcus, you'll start. Both parties have to answer the question. First question.
Okay, so Senator, you have just shared your vision for the chapter, but Marcus, could you also elaborate on your vision for the chapter? And pretty much it kind of ties into my question. How do you plan to use national directives to implement your vision?
Do you go first?
Yeah, I mean, it's
me. So how to carry out the national directives? Okay, well, the national directives this year was academic excellence and professional development. So some programs that I have in mind, maybe continuing the mentor-mentee program, because I see that it was really effective. I apologize for not continuing that. But also, I'm thinking about having this thing called like study buddies and then study groups. So implementing those programs, and then also for professional development, having some field trips. Because we were talking about like having some field trips to some places. So maybe dream-wise, I would love us to go to like Livermore, Laboratory, PG&E.
Yeah, so kind of like Sam, I would just really, I would really just look at programs that really work, such as mentor-mentee. And personally, I really enjoy going to study days, but just based on my schedule, I can't really go. But that's something I'd definitely like to continue doing. And just really looking at programs that enhance, well, not just enhance, but just really worked. And from there, kind of think of new programs that would maybe benefit more. And as far as we're using Calvin, so really my vision was, well, so one thing I really noticed about this year for NSB, we weren't really as social as I noticed back in my freshman year. So I wouldn't be walking around campus, I don't really see anything. I see flyers and such, want to say meetings and such, but we weren't really like out there besides tabling. I really want people to know, because one of the main problems is membership. Well, if we are more social out there, people will know us. So that's something I really want the chapter as a whole to be just more sociable, more approachable, just so people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to go to NSB just because so-and-so reason. I want them to come to us knowing that we won't turn them down.
In terms of your visions that you both shared, how do you plan to quantify those, your efforts in that direction to go? What does success look like for you?
Well, success is like for me, so with the vision I just shared for being more social, actually seeing people come to these events, seeing not just the same people, that'd be great to see more the same people come, but actually more people come. So such as, let's say we just hold a simple barbecue. Well, let's say we get so-and-so people, even if they just come for the food, well, they're still get to learn what NSB is all about, which is a great thing. And so maybe the next event, we'll see them come back, maybe even more people. And when we have the next event, we see the first event we have 10 people, next event we have 20 people, where we're seeing progress. So that's really what I would like to see happen. That's what success would be to me, just increasing the rate.
So for the different programs that I have in mind, and then also like he touched in like, building the membership with some fun activities, I was thinking, okay, we'll continue having, when you say quantify, do you mean like, how are we going to
measure your success?
Measure the success. So maybe we'll continue like sign-in sheets.
So I guess, like, what are you going to measure that?
Oh.
Like, what are metrics for success as it pertains to your vision?
Okay, so then the increase in membership and the increase in GPA, and as well as the increase in the number of people that get an internship or research position. So, did I answer it or no?
Oh, I don't. I mean, I don't think I can make this one back.
Yeah. So a lot of times, well, with my experience from the e-board, you sometimes you get a lot of e-board members, not a lot, but maybe a couple e-board members that actually don't get along. And clearly, when the whole e-board isn't on the same page, like you both actually, I think you mentioned in your speeches, things aren't going to work out as well. Nothing's going to flow right. It's not going to flow smoothly. So how would you guys handle situations where, like, you know, your e-board members aren't getting along? Like, what would you do? What's the first thing you do to, you know, control everything and get everything back on the same page?
First, if I know there's some sort of tension, I'll like try and speak to I'll get the two members like one-on-one so we can like address the issue, whatever it is. And still, if I feel that they cannot come into, at the end of it, I don't really care if they like each other as long as they respect each other. I think that's the biggest issue. And I mean, as long as they have respect, I think that's fine. But if they're being immature about it and can't like deal with their situation, then I'll just ask them to consider like stepping back.
So in the case of two members on e-board aren't getting along, what I would do, I would get them both aside from everyone else. Just say, hey, we need to work this out now because you're hurting not just the e-board as an internal function, but you can potentially hurt the whole group as a whole. So I see what both the sides are, what the problem is, and in the case that we can't work it out, I'll say, I wouldn't kick one of them out. I would just say, well, we need to fix this. We want quality work to be done here. How are we gonna get work done if we're not all on the same page?
Yeah, so both of you guys were talking about increasing the membership, and I know obviously it's like more social or fun, but that kind of came to mind is like if we're going to try to increase the membership with like social activities, then the people that come by social activities, that the only way they're going to stay is by social activities. I'm not trying to say social activities like that, but what are your, I guess, plans to try to retain them?
So when I say in terms of social activities, because we're gonna have fun, but I want to actually have them learn something. So just not just like we can just even be tabling, we'll just be doing little experiments, saying, hey, check out what Nesby's doing right now with having like a mini little science fair. You can really just see you can participate in experiments, learn a little bit about Nesby. And so say we're not all business, we have to have fun too, but we're still learning as we're having fun. So that's really what I want to get across to people is we can all come together, have fun, but we're still learning and we're still professional about it.
So kind of similar to his answer, kind of like Pi Day, we definitely got a bunch of members, but also when we had our Pi Day in our movie, we still had this minor session where we inform the members about what Pi was. So like having that, like implementing that, just a small educational thing. I don't think that should be fun.
Joseph?
I'm holding up now.
Arisha? How well are you with
Delegating, as long as I have a vision in mind, I feel like delegating to like the e-board members won't be an issue. And the way I would do that is maybe first speak to them individually and talk to them about what they feel their position, what their position means to them, and then trying to maybe first baby steps, give them tasks that they should do for themselves, and then later on, I feel like they'll become independent and create their own ideas. And I would say that from experience, due to like some of the engineering projects I've had to partner with, I've learned to deal with different personalities. So I don't think it would be an issue.
So in terms of delegating a task, so the purpose of the e-board with different members that do different things is so that not one person does everything. So in case of say we're having an event coming up such as Day for Education, well, even though it's focused on just like it's really in a sense Torch's main role, that doesn't mean everyone else can't help in some way. So it's the case we can have senators go, I say senators, I need you to go out to other clubs and say, hey, we're having this great event, you should come check it out. I could say, hey, Vice President, I need you to make sure everyone is doing their role that I assigned them to do. So just little things like just that. And even when it's not just an event, we'll just say tabling such and such. I say, well, who can table this time, blah, 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 and make sure everyone's committed to that, to what they say they're going to do.
I guess, so as far as the brand of Nestle goes on campus, how do you plan to increase that brand? And I guess also related, what role does Nestle play in your mind and the continued growth and expansion of our university?
Can you elaborate more on when you say brand? I'm like confused on that.
So like Nestle has a brand, reputation, presence on campus. What does Nestle stand for? How do you plan, if at all, to increase or spread that brand, and what role does that play in the growth and development of our
Also, in terms of maintaining that brand, so Nestle's really known for being professional, so I want to keep it that way. I don't want members going out and doing crazy things that just tarnish their reputation. I want to make sure we have members as I was saying, I want people to be more sociable with the club. I want people to have fun, but also we can have fun in a professional manner. So I want people just to realize that. And so in keeping up with the reputation, keep up with all the connects we've made in the past year, the past few years, something like that. And just building new connections, just to really make sure, hey, Nestle's still here. We still want to get involved. We want to work with you on a professional level, and I believe doing that will help maintain professional brand.
I was thinking that we could get involved in more research programs. I think that would be a good way of expanding our network. Getting people higher levels, I guess, like maybe getting a personal relationship with the dean or other professors would be nice. Getting our members to actively go to office hours and develop that relationship with their professors, and I feel like that would be a good way of spreading.
Well, we already established that membership is something important in the future of Nestle. But as far as members, I mean, you don't want them to stay members because current leaders are going to graduate and you're going to need new people to step up. So what's your plan to facilitate that if you do?
So the question is, how are we going to?
So what's your plan to encourage new members as well as existing Nestle members to fill in roles of others that are going to be graduating and moving on?
Yeah. The mentor-mentee program really helped with that, so continuing that. Because I mean, Ashley, she's a good example because she was my mentor my first year here, and I feel like that really helped because seeing her as an example, I don't know, having an example really helps because seeing her get research positions and doing presentations and stuff, that encouraged me to do the same. I mean, that's how I was able to get a position in the UCKL. So I think personally, people, if people have somebody to look at, I mean, as a role model, I feel like that helps them want to do the same. So just continuing the mentor-mentee program.
And I would even say, just stepping aside from the mentor-mentee program, just as a whole, just as people just see Nestle overall just making moves, those professional moves, just so-and-so from Nestle, they say, oh, so-and-so from Nestle got an internship, so-and-so from Nestle got a job. They say, oh, wow, well, maybe I can do that. And so just by people hearing these things, I know, for example, as senator, I talk to Chip a lot. They're always telling me, wow, Nestle's always doing these really great things, and we've always been pretty envious of you guys. And just by hearing that, I know that people are looking up to Nestle as an example. But by being more sociable and just getting more out there, people will take note of Nestle more and seeing really what members of Nestle are doing. So I think that would be a great way to get members more involved with the club.
All right. Sorry, that you waited. Just
Yes, my question is, as president, we anticipate you'll be objective and have a good sense of direction. So what is one concrete thing that you have identified this year as equal that you think you really want to focus on improving as OCM news for the president potentially next week?
So one thing I really took note of, not just as a member of eBoard, but just as a member, period, is I really just don't see interaction. I mean, in the past, it was really just, Nesby just kind of leading more off as sociable, just really just being more hands-on. I feel that's something that's really been lacking this year. I feel by focusing more on that interactive approach, more hands-on approach, I feel that just by doing that, the club can grow just so much more. It's one thing I really want to focus on next year.
And I would agree. The membership has been lacking this year. So creating more fun activities, maybe having more barbecues or field trips, I think are fun. So maybe having more of those. And then reaching out to, I was also thinking maybe reaching out to the other ethnicity clubs like ASU and GSU. I feel like a lot of them have their own reputation of Nesby, so maybe by us like taking part in some of those clubs, we can alter their opinions on what they see as Nesby. I don't remember.
Okay, so of course part of our mission is about professional development and things like that. So as it pertains to that, what are your plans for professional development for our members? And also, could you answer could be including but not limited to leveraging UC Nesby alumni?
I would say, as part of professional development, I would, how would I say? So like I said before, field trips to, is that what you're asking? Like,
I'm asking whatever.
What?
I'm not gonna give you the answer. I mean, whatever your answer is. So like, as far how are you gonna, professionally develop, help professionally develop a membership, and your answer should include but not be limited to leveraging our alumni.
Okay. So
it's whatever you want.
So then,
sorry.
Looking back at our what's going to be our alumni, I would say a lot of them have been able to get internships, research positions, as well as a really good GPA. So I would, I know I've spoken to some of the upperclassmen, and I know that they're willing to. They're just a call away. So I would definitely, in order to, I would have maybe stipends with the previous alumni, so then they can speak with our new members on their professional development. Because I mean, I say again, people learn by example. So that would be nice. And professional development, I would have speakers from the research programs come and speak to our members about research experience, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get like representatives from internships come and speak to our members. And yeah, for right now, that's what I have in mind.
So in terms of professional development, I really stress holding workshops, and such workshops can include. One thing I think would be really cool is if just reaching out to members of Nesby saying, hey, it's depending on if they have a really close connection to a professor, that they'd be willing just to come down and talk to the members, just say, hey, well, I really like Nesby, what Nesby's doing, and just talk about what his little background, just like what he's interested in, his future interests, just things like that, like 4.0 workshops, just standard professional workshops that I feel would really help members as a whole. In terms of for alumni, I was kind of start in this club. I should say members that are graduating, if they have plans of continuing staying as NSB professionals, so just say, hey, maybe you can. I want to just like come back down because you know you always will be busy about the things and don't want to be wasting time. So I'd just be saying, well, you can just like Skype in or just things like I'd always just keep in contact with the alumni just to make sure, just let them know that they're appreciated and we are still looking for them for guidance even if they're not physically there.
Joshua.
Okay, so just like as you guys know, so April is like one of the craziest months of like the year as far as like events and stuff go. And you'll probably be dealing with like a lot of pressure. Dami and you guys probably experience it. But can you guys name a time when you were probably under the most pressure ever, and how did you do it?
Just for like anything?
Anything. It could be anything. I just want to know about you guys, like how do you deal with pressure in general. So give an example of like what you've done to, or like a time example when you were under a lot of pressure, how you dealt with it. It could be anything.
So one example is personally when I was still in school, was just a few of my grandparents. They were very ill at the time. And it was just my parents really just keeping in contact with me, telling me how they're doing, just putting more stress on me along with school, and just trying to find like internships and such. So instead of just really instead of just like getting mad or just like throwing things, or just like I just calm myself down, look at the overall picture, and just say, hey, even though as bad as with things like now, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I just keep that in mind.
I would say I would say the toughest time for me was this semester, only because I didn't get to go home as often. I mean, granted, I feel like by going home I get to reboot myself. And also the difficulty with my mom traveling, I didn't get to talk to her as much, so I would say that was a difficulty, but I didn't just like sit there and just mope around and like feel sorry for myself. I just keep going and know very well like people are going through like a heck of worse things than I am. So knowing that, I just make myself proud of it.
We have the last questions. Okay, so the first one is really a question for the treasurer, but the treasurer's not here, and the president presides over all positions, so it should be clear and aware of all positions. So money tends to be an issue more often recently. So I guess what is your avenue for making our club financially?
One thing that was very helpful, going out to restaurants. I know like Wingstop is I know a lot of students go to Wingstop and Starbucks, so reaching out to them and trying to advertise. And get money, not advertise, but get money from, there's a word for it, but reaching out to, fundraise. Fundraise, yeah, so definitely fundraise with them, more likely in the beginning of the year. And also applying for more scholarships to get more money. Kind of like and competitions too, like the video competition that Brian did this year. Doing more stuff.
I would just really focus on fundraising. I feel just even when we're just tabling, just have little fundraising events. Even though it's not getting much money, money is still money. That can always help. And we can just have set aside dates just to have really big events. Well, not big events, just big just a fundraising date, just to really accumulate money. I think that would really help if we just keep doing that down the line. Instead of just having one big day, why not have several days so we can just accumulate all the money instead of having to go beg ICC and ASUCM all the time for money.
And writing proposals.
My second question is, thank you. My second question is, how will you as president, like within one setting, be able to, like handle is not the right word, but handle different types of people? And what I'm talking about is the people in the front who I see are very attentive, the people in the back messing around, I see y'all. And then also like new members who may not know what NSBE is about, or maybe even if the dean was in the room, how are you gonna like adhere to all these different types of people?
So seeing as everyone is different, it's really hard just to specify. So 60 people in the front, attentive, people in the back, and everything else. So I can't really just be silly and serious at the same time. So I was just really, I think it's really just about finding a balance, just to make sure people are understanding what I'm saying, but at the same time they can relate to me, because they don't want to think, oh, Marcus is just bossing us around again. Like, I don't care. I want to make sure people are getting something out of what I'm saying, but at the same time they can relate to what I'm saying.
Granted, when you're talking about like the different, let's say personalities, I would say it depends on the activity or the event that's going on. I mean, odds are we would be seeing the dean at the mini conference or the, I don't know, something more professional. But granted, I feel like I won't have to deal with the rambunctious ones as much. But in case that we were all in one room, I would kind of cater to like all the different personalities. Maybe have some fun activities in the beginning, introducing people to one another. For the professional people, have a mini presentation on what academic excellence is, what the NSBE history is, and for those who are more quiet, I would feel like having those icebreakers would get them out of their shell and more engaged.
All right.
All right, so is there anyone who needs a ballot that is a paid member that does not have one currently?
You have to be a paid member? You have to be a paid member to vote?
I am. Yes, I'll give you one.
Oh, you got it.
You got one.
Yeah, I got it.
Joseph, did you get one?
Are you guys getting our pins? Wait, hold on. There's too many. How do I vote for?
Thank you. I'm going to.
Okay, you guys. So, for the ones that, please listen so we can get you guys out of here in a timely match. Thank you. So, this is what your ballot looks like for the ones that have a single candidate running. You can bubble it in if you want them. If you do not want to vote at all, you can abstain from it. For the ones who have a contender, 2 or more people running, circle the one that you would like to vote for. So, circle it. Or you can abstain as well. After you are done voting, please give it to me. Promptly.
Is it majority or?
It is majority vote.
So we're just voting for president.
Yeah, but what is it, right?
Yeah.
Next one.
I abstain.
You'll tell us later.
Wait,
Are there any more ballots out?
1 minute left in the
All right, are there any more? No? All right.
Back to you.
All right, so
Who this is? Yeah, who that is right there? Okay. Who that's what is she doing like
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
yeah. Alrighty then. So this is Cameron Howard. She is here representing Black Grad, and she will have a couple of things she wants to say to us. And I think she wants to do something.
Yeah, so all the seniors, can you guys please exit the room? You're graduating this year. Wait, are we done?
Come back after.
I'm senior, but I'm not graduating.
Oh, you can stay. Okay, can everyone clump together? Because we're gonna just do a quick little film, so people can just sit right here.
Yeah, I'm not doing pictures. Oh, it's a video.
Like clump together, so we don't have to go like this. Slossy. Does anybody want to like be the main person to speak? Because all you'll have to say is just because I know it's a lot of graduates, probably like 6 of them. So okay. Well, what do you
Unison. I think it's
okay. Okay, so it can just be, I don't know, improv, but pretty much just congratulations to our Nesby fam, and if you want to shout out some names, then go ahead. Yeah, we just wanted to get like all of Nesby for seniors. Yeah, so do you know what you want to say? You can just say anything. Yeah? Or did you want to speak? No?
Alright, gonna miss y'all.
You can just improv.
People too.
So I want to do some game.
Yeah, are they?
Six bosses. Bob Chester. I'm gonna let that go. I do. Alright, that's all good. How about congratulations?
Oh, that's it.
Okay, so can we have you guys all together, like, really quick? So you guys are gonna all together say congratulations to our, Nesby fam? What do you guys say?
Congratulations,
Six?
Nesby fam.
Okay, Nesby fam.
Like whose house and then 6.
Or you can do that at the end. You want to do that at the end? Yeah, do that at the end. I think that would be pretty cool. So, beginning, say congratulations to our Nesby fam, and that'll be in unison. And then you can go off and say, Jamie, thank you for, being the president, blah, 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 blah. And then whose house, and then 6 house. So it doesn't have to be long at all. I just want to get, everybody together.
That's
Oh, wait.
it. Who's saying?
So
He can, did you want to speak?
yeah, I can speak.
He can speak. Everybody's going to say congratulations to our Nesby fam in the beginning.
You want to say something else? All right, cool. 2 of you. So please shift up a little bit.
Okay.
Tap it for 20 seconds.
Yes.
You should do a certain vibe. We will vote you out. All right, so you guys ready? All right. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations, Nesby fam! Thank you so much, guys, for just helping us be molded into leaders and for really taking advantage of all opportunities UC Merced has to offer.
So awesome. Go ahead, how about this camera? Stop.
Oh.
So sorry. We'll just pick up from when you speak, right? We'll just, oh, okay, we're gonna have to do it again. Okay, we're gonna have to do it all over? Yeah, that was good.
Let's get
All
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, and
Congratulations, Nesby fam! Thank you so much for all the work that everyone on eBoard has helped to make. Start over.
we'll run the topic one time. Let's have the congratulations louder. Let's just throw it out. 3, 2, 3.
Congratulations, Nesby fam!
We just want to thank everyone on eBoard who's just helped us and helped shape us all into leaders and for really taking advantage of all that UC Merced has to offer. So thank you guys, each and every one of you guys that's graduated.
Put us on the map.
Oh.
Mercy.
House?
We'll do one more of those.
Yeah.
He's like,
One more.
last one. 3. Sorry.
I'm not talking. Okay.
Yes, have it sorted.
Chef, keep going.
I'm not talking this. Basement sir.
Congratulations, Nesby fam!
Just a special shout out to everyone who's graduating this year, all the seniors. Thank you so much for all the time and work you put into Nesby, really allowing us to be molded into leaders and for taking advantage of everything UC Merced has to offer.
We're gonna miss you guys. Put us on the map.
Whose house?
6 house.
So nosy.
We love you.
Thank you guys. So thank you.
Yes,
We need undergraduates to help out with the Black Grad, and Black Grad graduation is on May 17th. So we're gonna need volunteers to help us. And yes, question. Yeah, there's different things like setting up and cleaning up, and then also being ushers during the ceremony. So there's different things that will be happening, but we do need volunteers. So if you guys want to volunteer, let Jamie know where she is. Let her know, please, because we do need undergraduates, please. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you.
So while we're finishing up the final tallies, Brian's going to start the video after. We are going to announce the new board. We're going to swear them in. We're going to hand clap, and then we're going to leave.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I went to sleep. You were I think you might need to open your eyes to listen to John. I do not want to open the eyes. You're sick of looking like those. We were all staring at you. Nice story. Oh, Steph, my game is done. And yeah, I'm showing 14 hours of work.
Alright, guys, settle down. So, while the final balance being tallied, please watch this video that Ryan worked really hard on. And
Click.
Play.
Got 5 minute clip going on right about now.
Play.
We passed it, figure it out, but don't dwell, don't sit against it. Don't let it go.
When times get hard, like we have 3 midterms in a day. Midterms in 2 weeks. We have a deal by meeting that you need to prepare for on Thursday. It's really, really important that you remember why you're doing this. One, remember the mission to increase the not just the executive board, but the members as well. You may not see all the time, but always there resources such as T and Smico, and even like the alumni who graduated. We'll soon be alumni, but that doesn't mean that, you know, we'll just leave you guys out in the cold. You can text us, email us, call us anytime. But my point that I really want to get across, when you feel like you just really hit rock bottom, remember why you're here. And that passion and dedication is going to keep you going at the end of the day.
So, anything motivation, I said the first thing is that you're all capable of doing whatever you set out to do. So anything that you're in this before, anything that you're distracted out of, that's the first step to getting it. Just take a minute. You need to be committed, you need to have a heart, you need to have a drive, fire, everything to be in this. If you don't have those things in mind, you're not going to get as far as you want. In addition to that, I will say, just keeping it real, it's not all about you. You don't want to do something, I mean, too bad. I mean, I've done several things that I haven't wanted to do, and I don't necessarily complain about it. I just get it done because I know that it helps with the overall goal of things. It's not all about what I want, it's all about what the mission needs. And if you're not willing to sacrifice what you want for what the organization needs, that when turn come around and help you, then, to be honest, I don't know if this is your organization. You also have to remember that you signed up for it. It's a lot. Yeah, you might not know in detail, but looking at NESB, you kind of get the idea that we are a professional organization, and the School of Engineering knows that, ASUCO knows that, and so like I said, you signed up for this, and you don't want to be in it, that's your decision, but if you really want to be in this organization, you have to suck it up. You gotta push through. So if you're complaining now about the stuff you have to do, once you get out in the real world, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to either get fired, or you're either going to get quit your job. I've had way too many people tell me, but you think you're busy now in college, how to do 4 or 5 different things. Once you get out into the real world, you have no idea what busy is like. I've had way too many people tell me that. And personally, I am a little bit scared, but I'm up for the challenge. And my question is, you.
Holy shit.
I challenge you to run for a chapter executive board. Although there's going to be very difficult times, benefits are just amazing and endless. You get contacted by different departments in the school to be like in an admissions video. They want you to speak at different workshops, and just getting those professional skills. You can't find those anywhere. You can't find that in the classroom. And finding mentors and peers and just like-minded students like yourselves, it's not something you come across very often. And if I wasn't in SB, I wouldn't have had it. Coming from a place where I'm not a place, but as a freshman, I was very shy. I didn't talk a lot, and I'm still pretty much the same. However, I'm not afraid to speak in public. I'm not afraid to deliver a speech because you know how to do it. And like I said before, these are skills you cannot learn anywhere else. And although you may be scared, like I once was, to run for a leadership position, once you enter that position and learn what your duties are and how you can build upon your strengths and conquer your weaknesses, the possibilities are truly endless.
I'd like to give a shout out to for graduating to our first meeting that was awesome. He was so small that we used to have meetings together. So, and then I also like to give a shout out to AJ, which is helping me in my community realize potential. I remember when we was in St. Louis, she actually allowed me to kind of lead the chapter. And I thought that was just really cool. I appreciate it. I also want to thank Nico for allowing me to see her every day in her office, just walking back there and just having my back. A good person to bounce out of his office. I also want to thank Brian Huffman and Ashley Hall and Marcus Walker. You three actually saved a lot of things this year. You guys got things done on time, and you get to rise a lot. I got to honest time with three. So he was last minute. I really was 5 minutes before it happened. So I really, really appreciate you guys. And just your desire to listen to issues. It's me.
Just take it too long.
The people someone who I can also do for advice. She's very, very smart. Someone who I look up to. She's really helped me along. So I have a mission, professional development. She's my African American woman in state. So thank you, Nesby.
Give a shout out to I want to be offended if I. It's not even be worded on purpose. We give our shout out to Jamie, Day Sweet. She's been the homies since like freshman year. She saw from me. Yeah, I don't like it much. Oh my God, he's a homie too. Like, you know, she's a great president. I used to get on her nerves too. I'm pretty sure if she's in the building, she'll probably say, "Oh, he's something on you." Shout out to Tamiko for a beautiful house and opening it up to us. She didn't make no gumbo, but it's all good. Shout out to Tamiko. Shout out to her husband, that fat dude over there. Shout out to all my previous mentees, Daniel Burton. Shout out to him. He's got an internship next to me. Experiences leaving this place. I believe that all of you guys will be, on your A game, and you guys will make mistakes matters. So, anyways, love you guys. Peace.
Make sure you have time to read that. The graphics going. That's it. Wait, there's 2 minutes left. Oh, whatever. 2 minutes. There's still a little bit left. Hey, man, please. Come on. Got credits going on.
What do people need to know after you
That's about paying attention to credits. Oh, Evan, where she goes? The heat. It's being fly. Harsh. Community is key. We're committed to this organization in the United States.
To increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community.
The community.
This is it.
So Jamie would like to say the last word while she's president. So come on, before you pass your torch.
Make it fast, bro.
Shut up!
All right.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Excuse me. Last final word. Okay, thank you guys so much for allowing me to serve as your president for these last 2 years. Dang!
Just get out, nigga.
Okay, so.
Typical.
Okay. Okay.
God,
May 1st, y'all. It's finally here. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys again for letting me serve as your president for 2 years. It's been a very long 5 years, well, like 4.5 years in NSBE. And I'm just so excited, probably like many of us who are graduating, to see who our next eBoard class or eBoard is. You guys are really about to carry the torch. There's a lot of us leaving, but there's probably so many freshmen that are coming in who are looking up to you. And I'm just like overwhelmed, excited about this new board and the direction you guys are going in. I know it's going to be a great vision. You guys have lots of ideas and potential. I've seen it. I guess I'll stop talking. I'm so happy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. And sorry, one more thing. I do invite you guys to come to the graduation on May 17th.
Please.
I don't know if you guys know, but I'll be delivering the speech. And I really want you guys to come because I included the NSBE mission in there. It's like kind of like a homage. Wait. So I need y'all to, stand up, stand with me. So yeah, thank you guys.
Everybody. Which graduation? The main
Not
graduation?
my graduation, May 17th.
The big one.
So, what were you saying?
I'm talking about the 9 a.m. graduation on May 17th.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I know Black graduation.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, please come to the May 17th graduation at 9 a.m. And basically, give us away. So that's my final words as president. And I'll pass on to Ashley to announce the next board. Thank you, guys.
All right, y'all. It has come to that time. I'm sorry. Okay, so it has come to that time of the night. Yes, it is night. When I call your name, please come up here. We're going to swear you in after the entire board is announced. So for Senator Chuck, please come up.
But for real.
For membership chair, Tasia, please come up. For programs chair, Alicia, please come up. For AES, Uchechi, please come up. For secretary, Nancy, please come up. For treasurer, Tony, she ain't here, she can't come up. Vice president. Marcus Walker.
So that means
So this is your new board, y'all. Y'all have seen them a lot.
Let's get a picture. Stay with you guys.
Yes, smile.
Oh, yes, ready?
It's on the side.
Oh, we all just smile.
I'm really
Cheese.
Y'all so cute.
All right.
Oh my.
This is the last one. All right, so take your right hand, hold it over your heart, and repeat after me. We being initiated.
Yes.
Well,
I like this. This is not a game.
Thank you. I got more to do, y'all. We can't keep it on. Okay, repeat after me. Wait.
Jamie the DC.
As a national student and professional-based organization, the National Society of Black Engineers hereby dedicates itself to the development of extensive programs for increasing Black and other ethnic minority participation.
Black and other ethnic minority participation.
In the fields of engineering.
In the field of engineering.
And engineering technology.
And engineering technology.
These programs will be initiated. Both within and outside.
Both within and outside.
The university community. And will serve to strengthen. Relationships between professional and industry. And the Black community. Members of this organization. Are encouraged to join. In their individual professional societies. This organization. Will endure. To provide. Leadership to all of its members. Welcome to the board. Amen.
Yeah, there you go. I took it.
Oh, New President's Day.
Sorry, man.
Why do you want to tell me? Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's it, guys. Oh, wait.
Real quick, I'd like to thank you for voting for me, and then also I would like to really thank the graduating class of 2014. You guys made an immense impact. I know I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. Actually, for being my mentor, Jamie, for also being a mentor and being a really good example. And I would like to speak on behalf of all of these seniors, but I don't have time. So thank you again. I really appreciate it, and let's just hope 2014 to 2015 is going to be a great year.
All right. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming and participating in our elections. This will be the last general body meeting of the year. So I wish you guys luck on your finals and your midterms, because I know there's midterms next week.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
It's not about that right now.
I wish you guys luck on your exams and have a great rest of the semester. Thank you. Thank you.
This is beautiful. We did it without crying.